token unlocks, earnings, XRP, Hbar action for this week. The market's coming back. Sailor's got something to say. We'll talk price action along with
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Buenos tardes, friends. Donde está San Martin? Zona Cuatro, Guatemala City. Well, I know where it is, and they got great food. Want to see some dinosaurs dancing? Well, yeah, of course you do. You want to talk crypto? Duh. You want some Hbar Xrp action? Let's be honest here, everyone. Hbar at 18 cents, is that a freaking steal? Just throwing it out there right now. Go to the comments, pause this video, do whatever you got to do. Is Hbar at 18.5 cents an absolute steal right now? I really want to know, because for real, sometimes like when you zoom out a little bit here and you see some of this action, you're like, no. I want to hear it from you. But before I hear it from you, I'm going to read your comments. Why? Because you, the viewer, matter most. Starting us off, we got John Wick, love the name, dropping some support in the channel from Malaysia. Rock on. Good job, my man. Says, hey, Klaus, buddy, hope this small gift helps you calm down a bit. Whoa, me calming down? Might be a little tough. And don't get the espresso in me either, because then I really start rolling. Love you, brother, from Malaysia. Like I said, support from very far away. Thank you from upstate of South Carolina. Doomslayer says, digging the gameplay. What did you think of this move right here? I thought it was pretty good. I naded the building, which pushed the guy out. I went around, suppressed, no one else heard, and I took care of business. And then I took and I got the F out of there. Frankie Ortiz. The reason I'm bringing Frankie up is not because he was first, because Frankie likes Hbar. And we're going to talk a lot about this. But first, you know the deal, heat map. Ooh, green up on screen. Green in my background. Do you have green on? I don't think so. So don't I get to like pinch you or something like that? Isn't that what it is for like St. Patrick's Day? If you don't have green on, you get to like pinch or punch someone. I think it's like pinch if it's like a chick's butt. If it's a dude, you punch him because you don't want to be like pinching dudes. Bitcoin 114,412. ETH is 41.33. BNB, look at that, up 11.5% right now to 13.01. XRP up 3.4, Sol up 7.6, Doge up a healthy double digits, 10% to 20 cents. So certain things are coming back a little bit stronger than others. There are certain things that are a bit in the red right now. Some things move very healthily as of late. So I don't know, we're clawing back. But we got more things to come, and we're going to talk about that because there's quite a few things coming up. Altcoin season, everything above this orange Bitcoin right here is all beating it right now for altcoin season. We're at 41 out of 100, so we're starting to jump back. You can see it right here. This is healthy. Here, let me clean this up for you. There you go. See, look, we kind of hit the little bottom right down here at 33. Now back up to 41, a little bit of breathing room. Top crypto market news that will impact the industry this week. Guess what? I'm bringing you the big story right away. All right, so what do we got going on? Token unlocks. All right, it happens all the time. Every week, every month, every year. I don't think this is a big deal. U.S.-China trade war. Big deal, because if all of a sudden the big people out there are like, yo, remember that 100% that we're going to tax you with? Well, guess what? We're going to add a little 50% more. You know what? You're not going to be able to say tu boku because there's not going to be a safe word then. So it's kind of like dry powder ready. Here was my thinking. I did not get in on any of this action. Why? Well, because number one, I was doing something else when it was happening, something extremely important. Long story. I can't talk about it right now, but long story. I had to do something else. I also, as I was watching the rebound, was like, since I missed out, I got some stuff that I got to take care of. Is there going to be another one? Is the China-U.S. trade war just going to get escalated back and forth and back and forth? Because we've seen that play out before. So for me, worth it. Why? I've got pretty healthy bags packed for what I'm looking for. There are a few things that I'm looking for discounts on, and we're going to talk about that because certain things, honestly, like Hbar, are below where my initial target was. And I'm looking at this going, yo, this is well below my target of what I wanted to get at in this most recent, last couple months, right? Now I'm looking at this going, well, wait a minute. If China, pushes back a little bit harder, U.S. pushes back harder, am I going to see even more sale in aisle 5? So We got U.S.-China trade thing. Earnings season. This is big. The other key market news that may impact the industry will be the third quarter earnings season. This season will start on Tuesday when American companies such as J.P. Morgan, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and BlackRock will publish their numbers. Yeah, you heard me right. You can rewind it. Just rewind it. Come on, rewind it. Listen to it again. You heard what I said. Analysts expect third quarter earnings growth between 8 and 13%. That'll mark the 9th consecutive quarter of growth. This is important. Because if a lot of the crypto companies that are going to be reporting earnings are not doing so good, like maybe the volume was enough for them, or their expenses were high because maybe they're trying to expand, or we'll see. That's the whole point of this. But if the earnings season sucks for your sector, it can have some impact on crypto. ETF approvals. Here's the thing with that. You're not going to really get any approvals right now while the government shutdown is happening. So it's like those two, it's kind of like once we get some news on the government shutdown and they get funded again, and then the SEC staff can get up to, back to 100%. But remember, they have to catch up, right? The rest of the world is still doing stuff. The rest of the world is still submitting shit into the SEC going, yo, we need business stuff to do. And the SEC is like, well, we don't have people to read and like do this kind of shit and, and proofread it and read on the internet and, do all that kind of stuff. And all of a sudden, there's a big backlog. So now the staff you have is to like catch up with that bubble because remember, life still goes on. You and I are still living. Crypto's still trading. Companies are still filing and whatever. Yeah. So we might get pushed back a little bit. So ETF approvals are a big one. But earnings and the China trade war. Bitcoin have not hit true bottom after a record massive amount of liquidations. Here's the thing. The unrealized net profit loss held at around 0.51 at press time, meaning most investors still remain in the profit, and full capitulation hasn't occurred. Global crypto markets saw their largest leverage wipeout on record. We know about that. We went through it. So think about that. Do we look at this and go, we still have a lot of people in profit. We still got some uncertainty with everything. I guess that adds to why, like, I haven't really been too, how do I put this, like upset that I missed out. I mean, a lot of our favorites here are still, like, really low compared to what they have been, right? I mean, look at the 1 month of XRP. I mean, XRP at 250 right now, you haven't seen that for a month. I mean, when was the last time you really saw that? Like, on the basic chart right here, you're going all the way back to, like, July. So I'm like, oh, okay, you kind of erased a few months here. I mean, yeah, you go back to here, you kind of look, okay, going back to April, okay, not so bad. Going back to November, kind of a problem. But you get what I'm saying, right? Prices right now are definitely adjusted, heavily adjusted. Sailor breaks the silence amid the meltdown. Oh, God. American business, remember, if I have to do it, you have to do it. American businessman and one of the biggest BTC holders in the world, Michael Saylor, did not react to the collapse with another orange dot in his famous chart. Why did he not buy the dip? Sailor. Which means no new Bitcoin purchase for strategy was made last week. But he dropped a screenshot of 4 words. Don't stop believing. Wait, what the fuck? Can we stop real quick and like not pause the video, but can we pause the news? But he dropped a screenshot with 4 words. Don't stop believing. Hold on. Let's go to his actual tweet. This is all linked down in the description below. Okay, actual tweet here. Don't stop believing. I think that's 3 words. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand the apostrophe for do not stop believing, but it's not written out as do not stop believing. It's written out as don't stop believing. Won't is 1 word. So this would be a 3-word sentence. So I'm sorry that you did a screenshot and you can't count between 3 and 4. Don't stop believing is 3 words, not 4. The current stack of strategy is 640,000 and valued at 71 billion with an average entry price of 73,900. Okay, so basically he lost 6.4 because of that. That's a lot of money, dude. A lot of money. And if you don't have the money to buy, or if you've got other things going on, or if you're not available at the moment, or if your bags are already packed, you're sitting there going, okay, I missed out. It's all right. Their sales happen all the time. We have Sunday Bloody Sunday sale. There's always something going on. Now, Sailor did say don't stop believing, and you know who else did? These beautiful dinosaur people. Don't stop believing. Yeah, Thought you'd like that little gem too. Overall in crypto, we are at 31 fear and greed. Volume right now, 259 billion freaking dollars. It's Sunday, everyone, and people are still making moves here in the market. Look, a lot of money has been moving here as of late. A lot of money. And I got to be honest with you. I know crypto near 20 billion wiped out. The stock market had 2 trillion wiped out. That's a lot of 20 billions fit in 2 trillion. Like, that's a lot. There's a lot that fit in there. So bleeding across the board. So that brings me to this. Looking at Hbar, and I'm like, dude, 18 cents, man, that's been below my target for a while. So now I'm looking at this event, and I'm really like zooming out, going, you know, certain things like I have enough of. Like, it's just, I'm just throwing this out there. I have enough of, so like, I'm just thinking, well, are there other things out there? Because I like to keep investing, you know, whether it's, you know, your silvers, your metals, your golds, you know, your paper stuff, you name it, right? Like, I think you always kind of have to be moving, you know, and doing stuff. You got to keep up because otherwise inflation will eat you up. And I'm just looking at Hbar. I'm looking at a lot of other things here, and I'm like, dude, this is below what my near-term target was. I mean, obviously, you have to readjust your target if this kind of lasts for a while. But I'm looking at this going, okay, this could be pretty good. Like, you know, you kind of got in at a little bit of, you know, upturn profit-aroni action. And I'm not talking about, like, long-term bad. I'm talking about just making some moves here. And I guess I'm just looking at this, and I'm just getting the vibes from everyone. Because the more I look at it, the more I think about it, I'm like, okay. You got government shutdown, which sucks balls. How much will the crypto market pump from that? No one really knows. You got the United States-China trade war stuff going on. Is China going to retaliate more on top of what they have? Is then United States come back and say, yo, we're going to tax another 50% on top of that? Like, we just don't know. And so for me right now, I took the cautious approach, and I was like, well, you know, we might have more poop sandwiches to come. So what's the harm in me not adding any orange dots this week to my bags, like what I did there, except mine wouldn't be orange. Anyways, me putting dots in, not orange dots in, and just going, all right, let's see what the market gives me. I don't need to be greedy. I don't need to like pick at the bottom, right? And I don't need to sell at the top, right? I just need more wins than losses. So Sailor says, don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. XRP. I know a lot of you are thinking the same thing right now. Check this out. Go to the 7-day, and you're looking at this, and you're just like, dude, 7-day, 14%. Go to the 1 month, 17%. And, I mean, you're looking at this going, yo, I mean, you know, to be honest with you, since July, this is a pretty hefty discount right now at 253. Like, look at that. You're already racing time all the way back to the beginning of July when I was in Wade last. Yeah, Guatemala. I was in Guatemala City last time. I did spend some time in Antigua. It was really fucking nice, too. So either way, like, are these opportunities? Is there more to come where we could maybe get a bit more greedy and try to get a little bit lower? I don't know, man. I'm looking at this and I'm going, the odds are pretty high that the shutdown is going to last like another week. Not fun, right? United States, China, the odds are pretty high that that stuff's going to escalate before it de-escalates. That's not good for crypto either, so I'm just being cautious, and I'm reporting you the news, good, bad, happy, or sad. You know, and for me, I missed out because I was doing family stuff. You know, the kind where, like, you take your phone and, like, you leave it in your car, so, like, you pay attention to the people there. And I had no problem with missing out because once I really started looking at the news pieces surrounding it, I was sitting there going, man, some wonky shit going on right now, and you know, I got some things coming up here that are very important to me. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, you know. So like that, you know, seeing people, and you get my point. But there's always opportunities, though. Remember Sunday Bloody Sunday, how many months back? Yeah, that was a disgusting route. Not as bad as this, but that was another sale-a-roni, where there were plenty of you in the comments like, bro, my XRP bags are topped off. I'm now working on a number holding 2 and 3 and 4. I'm looking for other deals out there. And I'm like, Just I'm saying, there's always something going on. So, choo-choo what? Well, choo-choo the news. It kind of sucks. I wish it didn't suck. I'd rather bring you the good news than bad. I still have to bring you the bad, happy and sad. That's my job, even on weekends. And even as I prepare to... And, you know, I'll make sure I bring you the news as well. So, choo-choo what? Well, here you go. Choo-choo bitches.